Assalamualaikum, viewers and listeners. Welcome to yet another live stream of All Rounders 10. आज न्यूजीलैंड और अफगानिस्तान का मैच एंड हुआ and Kiwis have literally decimated Afghanistan after they were hyped up, beating England in the last match. New Zealand have comfortably beaten and now sit at the top of the points table with four consecutive state wins. But the special thing about this team is I have got a special presence of Nimra all the way from UK. You all must have seen her brilliant work over on Twitter. I think so. I think so. She is going to make her debut on YouTube, and I am literally delighted to welcome Nimra on our platform that is ARD. So, yeah, Nimra, hope you are doing good. You must be doing good. I know you are doing good. Congratulations on the victory and formal welcome on the platform of ARD.
Hello, and thank you for joining me in. Yes, I'm good, and I'm definitely going good right now because of the consecutive fourth victory by New Zealand. And of course, an avid fan of them, so I'm definitely enjoying the victory.
Well to hear. And player is ours. Whole team ART is saying hi to you. The back staff is helping me out with other stuff. So pretty nice and early. But before that, let me interact with our viewers. Viewers, there is a short poll running in the live chat. That is a simple question, but it might get tricky. That is, what is the best strength of New Zealand? They have shown strong displays of batting for the past four matches, and as equal as their batting, and their bowling has been really good. And of course, their fielding is always granted. So the simple question is, what is the best strength of New Zealand team? You can get your votes in. I would be asking Nimra once we go further into the details. So, yeah, Nimra, let's go chronological one by one. Let's get into the toss. I was literally surprised. I still couldn't fathom that how after how Afghanistan after winning the toss opted to gave you guys the initiative to bat first, and they went to chase down when the template was set for them to they choked the England while England was chasing down the target. And of course, the last night, Netherlands did the same as well. So, what was your pre-match vibes, especially on the task time? Was you confident? Was you nervous? So, yeah, let our audience know about your pre-match vibes on the task moment. Over to you.
Yeah, actually, I was nervous quite a bit before the toss because it was a tough race between Afghanistan and New Zealand. And honestly, I thought it would be a 50-50 pre-match. But then the toss surprised me. I wasn't expecting their captain to go for the option he opted for the after winning the toss. And I guess they are not in a good reputation to chase, so they might have gone for the bat first. But obviously, they gone for the reverse decision, and that helped New Zealand well for the game.
Yep, a
And
nice assessment. And New Zealand had to make a forced change. That was, of course, very harsh injury on Kane Williamson, which he faced against Bangladesh when the throw hit him on his thumb. So, was you okay with the replacement of Will Junk?
actually, I'm a big fan of Kane Williamson as a player, especially as a captain. But if you are being honest,
Yeah.
New Zealand team is not greatly affected by his absence in batting lineup because their top order is quite reliable and strong. And I guess they're in this World Cup, almost 72% of runs of their team are made by the top three. So be it Conway or Rachin or Young, or be it Conway, Rachin or Kane. But all three of the other, in minus the Kane part, are basically strikers of the ball. So I guess it's going well for them. But obviously, being a Kane fan, I missed him in the field, captaining the side. So that was the part where I was
Yeah.
disappointed.
All right, nice assessment. Okay, now moving forward, New Zealand did took some time to get the gist of pitch. I would say first of all, Mujib really got the stangle of things. Devon Conway then played few shots. Will Jung took really like some good deliveries to settle in, but Devon Conway was showing good flares, but he got out against Mujibur Rahman. That was the first casualty. But after that, there was a solid partnership up till 109 for one, and then in the space of 9 balls, I would say, 3 wickets fell down. So, how did you make that phase of the play where 3 wickets fell down? Of course, you would have sorely missed Kane Williamson, but was it surprising to see that collapse happening? And how did you feel that can New Zealand recover from that phase? They have shown in this World Cup that they can recover from the collapse, but against the because up till then Rashid Khan hasn't bowled that much, so huge quota of his overs were left. Mujibur Rahman to bowl again his second spell, which is really good at. So, how do you see that New Zealand batting collapse before we go down into the strong batting partnership of Glenn Phillips and Tom Latham?
Yeah, actually, Young and Conway started well. Young took some balls to settle in, but Conway started very well, and I was disappointed at the delivery. He got dismissed. So at that point, I kind of missed Kane. But
Yeah,
because and then Rachin came in and he took some balls to settle in too. So at that point,
yeah,
I was definitely missing Kane. But then Young stepped up and he played brilliant innings. And thanks to the fielding of Afghanistan, because he was dropped in the second over of the game,
man, they were
and
horrible. Yeah,
it was, I
yeah,
guess,
yeah. Go on, go on.
some outside edge, and it was at Rahmat Shah, I guess, at the slips. So I was happy that he got dropped, because at some point I was thinking there might be a long collapse, and then Rachin
Yeah,
and Young made some improvements. But then after Rashid ball well, and they got middle overs collapse over the New Zealand, and Daryl wicket was very important, and I was really disappointed how Daryl got out. And after that,
hmm.
the Latham and Phillips made a very strong partnership. I guess it was the second highest partnership in New Zealand, fifth wicket
Yeah,
partnership. And before they started to bat, it was New Zealand. It was for, I guess, 110 for four New Zealand. And then
yeah,
they carry out the game beautifully. First, they tried to anchor the game. Phillips, especially through the bilateral, he has learned more about the anchoring through the innings in a tough situation, and it
yeah.
went well for him. But honestly, I was expecting a little more finishing game from him, but it's okay. Chapman covered it up. So basically, the thing is, at the start of the World Cup, I was really missing Bracewell as an all-rounder, but their coach is very smart, and he made
Hmm.
amendments to that. In terms of they, he kept on going with Chapman as the batting role replacement for the Bracewell, and
Yeah.
with the Phillips and Rachin for the bowling role of replacement of the Bracewell. So overall, it was a good game, and the collapse in the middle overs went good for Afghanistan, but eventually New
Hmm.
Zealand covered up.
Yeah, I mean, Afghanistan were giving tough competition to Australia, the
Yeah.
arch rivals of Kiwi. So that might have been a funny moment for you, considering you support New Zealand so
Yeah,
vividly.
basically
But anyway,
Rashid was dropped twice, and I guess Shahidi was the one who dropped twice, and then Mujib,
yeah,
Rashid himself dropped a catch, and then Nabi.
yeah.
All of them played their part in dropping the catches.
Yeah, yeah, and I think so that the hurdle that Rashid Khan called up at 42nd or 43rd over, that was like
Yeah,
very out of context, and it literally escalated so quickly. After that, New Zealand batters smashed them all across the park. But coming towards the batting partnership between Glenn Phillips and Tom Latham, you have touched on really good upon it. Uh, Two things I really noticed that was strike rotation. That is too obvious to say, but the second thing was their running was so immaculate. I think they ran plenty of doubles. They were converting ones into twos, so that was a template. And from that, I want to ask. because Pakistan fans are so much anxious that we will play against Afghanistan, and Pakistan always struggle against Afghanistan. Yes, we win, but we need Naseem Shah or something like that. So, what can we learn from the batting partnership of Glenn Phillips and Tom Latham? What is the template from them which we can expect? So, because we would be facing Afghanistan on the same venue, that is Chennai Chidambaram Stadium. So, over to you.
Yeah, basically, I don't think so. PCD fans needs to get panic over that match. I think they will go very easy. And about the Latham and Phillips, they even on the soft midfield, they covered singles into doubles and then tried to hit in the gaps. That worked very
Yeah,
well for them. That single, that doubles and the gap hitting helped them to hit in the last 10 overs of the game. And I guess it
yeah.
went over 100 plus runs, and that's a very good situation for them to make their total from 250 to 280 plus. So that was the point, and I don't think so. Pakistan will struggle against Afghanistan this time. They just need to
Mhm.
cover their openers early, and the game will be on Pakistan.
All right. Nimra, as I mentioned, that we have opened up the poll, and that is going majority into the batting side of things. That people are rating batting as the most strongest suit of New Zealand. Do you agree, or you have other opinions? As we are about to touch on the bowling format of New Zealand. So, yeah, what is your short say on our poll?
Actually, I'm not sure about the batting performance yet because they haven't faced the strong sides almost. They just have
Hmm.
faced England yet, and they are yet to face Pakistan, Australia, and South Africa, and India as well. So we'll
Yeah.
decide the batting capability right after that. But overall, they work as a team, and that's their best part. So they cover the fielding, and they cover the batting, they cover for each other, even after the collapse of the middle order. The lower middle
Yeah.
order worked very fine, and the field attack was very good. The field placements were very good. I am not a very big fan of Tom Latham as a captain, but today
Mhm.
his field placement and rotations and matchups were all were on very point. So basically, it was all about fielding and bowling and batting all together. But I cannot give much insight on that before the big games. So let's hope for
Yeah.
the good.
All right, all right. That is kind of political answer, but I will give you leverage for now. I get your point totally. New Zealand finished on 288 for six. Phillips with highest score that was 71. Tom Latham ending up on well made 68. Naveenul Haq was kind of star for Afghanistan with two wickets. Umar Sai in his first spell was really good, but then things went really north for him in the later stages of the innings when he conceded sixes from Chapman and all sort of batters. Uh, Now coming towards the defending side of things. I mean that delivery that Matt Henry ball to Gurbaz.
Gurbaz,
Are
yeah.
you blood? It kind of hates me that Matt Henry got him out, but I mean he is really master at that craft, that wobble seam, and I think so. Post 2019 World Cup, he has one of the most economical bowling
Yeah.
figures in the world. That quite says a lot. And for me, even that was a quite staggering stat. I really don't highly rate that much. I do rate him, but I wasn't in awe of him. But that stat really put me in awe of him, and the ball which he delivered to Rahmanullah Gurpaz, that was really highlight of the second inning. So yeah, let's start from there. Your flowers to the name of Matt Henry.
I actually am a very big fan of Matt Henry, and the trick for Matt Henry is that his line length is very consistent and very good. I guess in
Mhm.
power play, his line length consistency is 50 plus percentage. So obviously, it's even more than Bolt. So
Mhm.
he's quite over gets undershadowed by the performance of the Bolt. But obviously, Matt Henry is a very good bowler, especially his consistent line lengths, and that makes him a very good bowler, an economical bowler basically. And then he keeps throwing on the wickets as well. In the meanwhile, so the basically the opening duo for the bowling for New Zealand is quite very good. So that is basically working for them, because getting on the openers early in the ODI format is very important. If you let the openers set on the crease, you are quite doomed. So they don't let them let the opponents settle down with the help of Boult and Henry. And of course, after
Yeah.
that, Lockie Ferguson is a surprise package in this World Cup for me, because the
Mhm.
Chennai, I was not expecting him to go that good in both games. And
Yeah.
obviously, he's working as a middle order enforcer. Enforcer is a very good bowler. And apart from him, Santner and Phillips with the ball,
Yeah.
they all are going very well, especially Santner. So
Yeah.
obviously, they have a complete bowling lineup. And I was quite worried about Lockie Ferguson pre-World Cup, but now he's playing his part as well. So basically, they are all covered up.
All right. Yeah. And coming towards Mitchell Santner, I will touch on his bowling a bit later. But the catch he took, I think it was wicket number second or third. So sorry if I am getting it wrong, but the catch was really astonishing. So, do you think it is one of the best catches of the tournament so far?
Yeah, it was a stunner, and I wasn't really expecting from Sanders to catch it, but he did. Obviously, he's a very underrated fielder, but very class fielder. So I expect some stunners from him in the game.
All
But
right.
his delivery, but his delivery was really good, and to
Yeah.
get his 100 ODI wicket. So both things went well for him.
All right. I think so. There is not much need to go wicket by wicket. So, if I was to ask you to pick the two best wickets, which New Zealand bowlers pick, what wickets and which bowlers were those wickets taken off? So, over to you.
Okay, the first wicket was, of course, of Henry to Gurbaz,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
the other one was of the Santner one to Nabi.
Yeah. Wonderfully put. And just turning the genre, what has been the best shot, in when New Zealand were batting, or even if you want to somehow praise Afghani batters if they played any solid good shot. So yeah, basically best shot of the day.
Best shot was basically I enjoyed Young straight down the ground sixes. They were very
Yeah.
good, and I enjoyed them a lot. But in the middle, the partnership of Premacha and Umbersai was good, and it made me panic for some time, of course, because they were going well. And then at the end, their not out batter was, I guess, I forget his name, but he was doing good as well. It was
Uh,
Ikram Ali.
all right. And what about the game changing moment? There might not be a particular moment you can narrate any game changing phase of the match. So over to you.
Yeah, I think it was obviously the second over catch drop of Young, because he set the
Mhm.
pace for the New Zealand batters. And
Yeah.
of course, if they had cashed it down, so things would have been gone different for Afghanistan. Because obviously it was such an eye patch, and they had chance against New Zealand, but their fielding was very bad today, and they lost the chance.
All right. I think it is time to involve Zain Khan into our show as he has come and basically asked a question, and that reads as, "What do you guys think? Will Ibra be effective for Pakistan with his opening spell with Shaheen, likewise Mujib and Tikshana, do for their teams? I wish we had Ibra in our starting 15, but Zan, basically he's in traveling reserve, so eh, I don't know what is a viral infection situation with our team. He can only be called up if from the main 15 players any player gets serious injury and ICC does get approved for the replacement of Abra. So yeah, we are in nowhere to put on a misty spinner like Mujib. So yeah, basically that kills the question, and I hope I have done the justice to your question. So yeah, I think so. We have pretty much covered both innings, but one or two questions still left. You have still raised few apprehensions that New Zealand haven't faced top sides yet in the tournament. Do you see this template of solidifying the innings first. I am talking about the batting side of things, and then going bang bang in the last 10 overs. I think I have bookmarked your tweet. It was showing the stat that post 2019 World Cup, New Zealand have the second highest strike rate in overs 40 to 50. So, do you think that a batting template is going to be sustainable against the top sides, or does it need tinkering?
Yeah, I guess the opening partnership is obviously necessary against every top side because that's at the base for the other better in the middle order and lower middle order, and then obviously for the finishing. But let's see what's happened against the top quality teams. And obviously, their last phase scoring date is second to South Africa, I guess, in this World Cup. So I'm
Yeah.
expecting last phase bang bang from them. If they fail to make in the in the middle order, or if they fail to settle down things in the top order, so in some phase they get recovered well. So I'm not that worried about that.
Mm. Uh, Yeah. All right. I know our viewers might be fully aware of Kane Williamson injury status. I think so. There is a minimum 2 week cap on him before his return. But if you could officially update our viewers about the injury status of Kane Williamson, because he would be sorely missed against the bigger side. So, yeah, over to you.
He might join in the semifinals if New Zealand makes it, but I don't think so. He's going to join before these games because of his injury. He already came after ACL and he recovered from the ACL quite very quick, unlike conventional recoveries. But I'm hoping for the good. But 2 weeks are minimum, I guess, for his return.
All right, that is nice to know. And I think so. We are pretty much coming towards a conclusion. Viewers, hope you're enjoying the show. Do let us know your thoughts, your comments in the chat box. We will be pretty much interacting with you guys. Paul is at that moment again going strong with batting. I kind of disagree. I think bowling is the best suit of New Zealand, but very marginally. But anyway, uh, Nimra, the last question I want to ask. I think so. You might be dreaming of not only semi-finals but final at this rate. Am I fair to say?
Sorry, I can't hear you. Can you repeat?
Yeah, sure thing. Because you guys have won 4 straight matches.
Mm.
Am I fair to say that right now you are dreaming of final, not only the semi-final of World Cup?
Yeah, let me be delusional for some time, but I'm hoping for the New Zealand win against Australia and India, and of course, I don't want them to win against Pakistan. So let's hope for the good for the both teams. And basically, I don't want them to face off in the final. So I hope if Pakistan makes it to the final, New Zealand should be left
Yeah.
out.
All right. And very shortly, I would like to ask you to pick your 4 semi-finalists on our platform. 4 semi-finalists from your side.
I guess it would be India, New Zealand, and these two teams I'm going realistically. But if we do on vibe base, then I'm going for South Africa and Pakistan. England has a
Oh,
drawback
inshallah,
of the bowling, so I'm not letting them in.
Pakistan has to be there. Officially, very last question. That is not a question. Please let our audience know where to find you out. And thank you so much, Nimra, for joining this show and making this show very insightful and very lively with your wonderful presence. So let our audience know where to find you out.
All right, thank you. Thank you for joining me in, and I really enjoyed the show. And I'm on Twitter at Straight Drive 99. So that's my handle. Where you can find me.
I am also making it sure that in the video description you can find her Twitter handle, that is at the rate of straight drive 99. And I hope we will be having her regularly pertaining her uh, mm, study routines and other routines as well. So yeah, Nimra, thank you so much joining. Pretty much humbled and looking forward to have more such chats. Viewers, thank you so much to all of you for getting involved with the chat, for getting involved in the votes. And if even if you are not watching us right now and will catch us later, please do drop your thoughts about the question asked in the poll or the general thoughts over the topics discussed by us. So, on that note, myself, Ahmed, along with our guest for today, Nimra from UK. Also, best of luck to you, Nimra, for
Thank
your
you.
study and other commitment over there
Thank you
in
so
UK.
much.
And yeah, goodbye, viewers. जितने सहमत हैं and Allah Hafiz.